must have been to Hard Rock Park. Rock away on tons of rides for every size. Only at Hard Rock Park, where rock comes to play.
Two rambling idiots diving deep into nerdy nights. Nerdy nights. Opening bottle after bottle of rum that feels just right. Feels just right. Talking Legos, movie, theme parks, and streaming TV shows. It's the Rum and Nerdy podcast, so come hang with your bros. Rum, nerdy, grab an ice cube, splash in some Coke. Top it with rum aged in barrels of oak. Greg and Garrick are letting the spirits flow. The Rum and Nerdy podcast is ready to go.
Hey everybody, welcome to Rum and Nerdy. I'm Greg.
And I'm Garrick.
And this is episode 6.23, Hard Nerd Park.
Hard Nerd Park? Okay.
I don't know. I panicked.
Nerd Rock? Nerd Rock Park?
Nerd Rock Park.
Nerd Rock Park.
Grrr.
Sounds better than Rum Rock Park.
Yeah.
Actually, Rum Rock Park I think may exist. Sounds like a Mexican resort.
Well, now it exists. In our mind.
Where are you vacationing? Rum Rock Park.
Yes. Where we go to rum and we rock.
It's next to the Big Rock Candy Mountains.
Non sequitur. By the way, one of the guys at DI up in Kansas City reached out to me. There is a tiki convention that takes place in Kansas City.
Well, because why would you not have
Right.
your tiki convention go to Kansas City?
Apparently, Tommy might be speaking there, and he's like, "Are you guys gonna go?" I don't know. It's not very big, but it's mighty.
Not big, but mighty. We should totally go to support our friend Tommy.
It is small and broken, but good.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it's like, and it's called like lay away.
Layaway? Layaway? Like I'm ordering Christmas gifts from Sears in 1974.
But lay, like, you know, when you're wearing a flowered necklace. Lay.
Yeah, I got that part.
Yeah. Or something to that effect. Anyway, doing research, more to come. There's also something coming up at the Mike High late in the month. I don't know.
We still need to organize our thing at the Mike High
Yeah.
for sometime this year.
Well, Eastern North America was talking about doing it around Sea Trade, but Cruise Ship Interiors,
Mm-hmm.
which is like next week, though, so I don't think it happened.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Whatever.
See, if we don't plan it, it just doesn't happen.
Right.
We gotta just plan it. We have to pick a weekend where it works for us.
Accurate. Anyway, hey, welcome, everybody. You probably wondered, like, that's a weird name for a random thing, and talking about Hard Rock Park or alluding to it. Why?
So I saw today.
Today?
One of our friends, one of our industry friends, Bill Cunningham, posted a thing on social media. He was one of the creative leads behind Hard Rock Park, the greatest theme park that almost no one has ever heard of.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic park, but it was. I think we've talked in the past about the rise and fall of Hard Rock Park.
Correct.
Similar to the cafes, but an entire theme park of parkedness. Anyway,
In reference to one of our, when we talked about our favorite Inspire Summit conversation, I was like, yeah, the Uncomfortable Conversation with John was just great.
about the rise and fall of Hard Rock Park.
Yeah.
So this was an episode of Mega Builders, Season 4, Episode 1.
Yes.
From 2009 about Hard Rock Park.
Yeah. And he randomly posted about it today?
Yeah. He just randomly posted about it today, and it's available for free on Tubi, apparently. But the like the little episode splash screen thumbnail thing, it's just a picture of him in a hard hat.
Yeah.
Like, it's just fucking Bill. Look at that.
It's funny because on IMDb, he's listed as the star of the episode.
Really?
Bill E. Cunningham.
What is it credit him as? Is it just
star?
But the star of the show, not like...
Yeah. Like, if you go into the detail, he's the only actor, talent, whatever, all cast and crew.
Bill
and you
Cunningham.
scroll down to director, writer, no writer, cast. Bill E. Cunningham as self.
Oh, that's it.
There's only like the entire episode was made with like six people, and he was one of them.
I forget if he was creative director or like what his title was when he did that.
Yeah. But like we know a lot of people. Todd was on it, and
I was on it.
Weird.
I know, right? We had to. This was a long time ago. When we like printed out site plans, and we were sending them around for like bids or reviews or city permits, things like that. But we didn't want anybody to know what we were doing. So obviously you use project code names, and you do all the usual things that you have to do to kind of hide the IP behind the project. Except for the giant fucking guitar logo right in the main entry as you walked into the building.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting there with a marker and just coloring in the guitar thing. So it was just a giant black dot, so that when we were circulating documents, all you saw was a giant black dot.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, I like the the sound effect was on point.
Thank you. You knew exactly what was happening.
I did.
You could almost see me leaning over a drafting table while doing that.
With like one of those Magnum 44 markers, they get the 1 inch or 3/4 inch wide felt on the end of it.
And then you kind of stumble and fall over when you're done using it because of the fumes.
Yeah. The fumes. Yeah.
The fumes.
Back when huffing was a thing.
Yeah. That was, that was Morris Architects back in the day.
Yeah.
On their old office at around Lake Eola.
Yeah, I think they got purchased.
They might have, yeah.
Around 2011.
I heard that.
Yeah. I think they're a new company that's thriving and doing fantastic. They have a new department there.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Moving on. That's all I want to say about that.
Sequitur.
Yeah. Not a non sequitur. This is a very sequitur.
That's funny.
Yeah. Anyway, what you pouring over there?
I am pouring some of last week's bumbu. Would you like a topper of bumbu?
Sure. That would be fucking great. Nice. I love me some bamboo.
Oh, that's freaking great.
Happy bamboo.
Yeah. It absolutely. So, what is your... Okay, here's it. You have been part of the theme park industry for some time now.
Yeah. Give or take.
What is your favorite fallen attraction that you've worked on? Like what's the best thing that you have blood, sweat, and tears invested in that is no longer with us?
I have not built an attraction that's closed.
What? Really?
I have not. Keep in mind, like the first third of my was not in capital projects.
You were a live entertainment guy.
Yeah. I can tell you,
you were
my favorite failure.
In general?
Yeah.
Okay.
That I worked on.
But it doesn't have to be a failure either. Like I've been in the industry long enough that I have renovated or demolished things that I built new.
Yeah. I have not been in that place yet. I can say that. So I did a lot of years of Halloween Horror Nights for Universal.
Yeah.
Initially, I was in entertainment operations, in technical entertainment, and then I had the opportunity to jump in as an audio technician and worked on the stage show for several years.
Yep.
Before eventually jumping over and leading the house decor, where I was running the set decorating for a number of years.
Yeah.
Eventually, I had left and started a scenery company, and I was the first year that I had my own company. I built the set for the Bill and Ted Show.
Nice.
And the Jack stunt show, or the Jack show, which was in Hollywood at the stage in front of Mel's Diner.
Yeah.
That was largely it tied to a local Orlando illusionist. That he was on America's Got Talent or one of those, as well as like a semifinalist or whatever.
Yeah.
Drew Thomas.
No,
Drew Thomas Magic. Great performer. And he had designed and built various illusions. and we did the scenic painting on them. Like there was like a wood chipper that they threw somebody in, and like blood and guts shoot up onto the wall. And it's like we did all the painting. We didn't build those illusions. We scenic painted them all, and I still have pictures around here somewhere. I'll have to show you sometime. But we built that in the set the first year, and then the next couple of years we did the scenery for the houses. And eventually, towards the end of that run, I did 2 years of Busch Gardens Hollow Scream. And they did it differently, where like you built a house and then you'd use it for 3 years. So 2 years we were involved, and one of them we did some of the live show stuff, and the other one we did the refit, the re-scenery of one of the houses.
That's Busch Gardens Tampa, for those of you that are keeping score.
Correct. And along those same years too, some group of friends and I, we produced, for 2 years, we produced a Halloween event. The first year we did it up in Jacksonville. It was a small event. We built one house, and then we did a chain link maze for some of the kids. That was inside a very old grocery store that a friend of ours, John, his dad owned the property and was able to like let us use it for free. And so we, some of the back of house areas were pretty linear.
Was this the one that the local DJ like shit his pants on?
That was year 2.
Okay.
Yeah, where there was a local DJ personality that we had paid the marketing thing, and they came and did a live broadcast, and he crapped his pants in one of the houses. But we did 3 houses that year, and we did really, really good. But we made some marketing mistakes, and we paid for it. We had the opportunity on our platform to be able to, because we spent so much in our marketing, that if you do a thing, you can block out your competitors for 2 weeks. And we blocked out Universal.
Which, honestly, the balls to block out Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando.
Yeah, and the retribution was they buried us in metadata. So if you searched our website,
gone.
There was so much metadata out there in the world that ours wouldn't come up in the first 100 searches.
The spite that Universal came back at you with.
Well, and it's just like, oh, we know how to market. You don't. You messed up
by a lot.
And we paid a price, a big price.
That's definitely one of those, how do you shoot the devil in the back? What have you missed kind of situations?
And like we had built 3 houses on I Drive on kind of it's where Icon Park is now. At the time it was a shopping center called the Mercado. Titanic,
which is a dynamite fucking location too.
Yeah, yeah. Because we'd worked with they had Cricketer's Arms, which was the best British pub in Orlando.
I remember that. Yeah,
great food. And
it's
you go in
St. Andrews, but
Oh, you go in and it was like the interior of it was like a pub from England that was taken apart brick by brick and shipped to Orlando. It was like gorgeous. And the realtor was like, "Hey, if you're going to drive any traffic to that property, you can use the spaces for free. Just pay the electrical bill." So we had a restaurant that was a full restaurant. We had almost no scenery, and we did create a partition wall, so when you walk in the front door, it was a mini lobby, and then the maitre d' would be like, "Oh, let us take you on a tour," and he takes us in through the kitchen and the prep area, and we had actors like the prep chef was butchering a human body that was like one of those torsos buried into the butcher block, so that the body's half there, and they're like cutting up a person asking for help. It's like all the gags, whatever. And that was less like the Conga Line house. That was very Halloween theater.
Yeah,
a walk-through theater. Everybody loved it. We had plants in the group that you're not allowed to touch the guests, but we had somebody come out and drag one of the guy into. It was a couple. The plant was always a couple, and drag the couple or the guy of the couple in and bit him, and he'd be like, he left marks on me and whatever. And the whole payoff was when you get out to the dining room, there were very, very powerful black lights that were called wildfire lights.
Yeah.
And we had it was invisible black light makeup, so you didn't even see it. But since the lights were very directional, and we had to block it off so that when you walk into the room, those lights are pointed at you and you can't really tell they're black light. But when you get around to the other side of the dining room, you've more switched back and everybody can see that particular plant had varicose veins, like airbrushed every night.
Yeah.
Where it looked like he had glowing veins coming up under the surface.
So you go in thinking, that could have been me. Someone legitimately got fucked up in this house. And then it's probably by the time you get around to that point, you're like, okay, wait a minute, this guy might be a plant. Wow, you're glowing. That's weird.
And he had contact lenses that would go so his eyes glued blue. And like all the things you couldn't tell that were just there in front of you that you couldn't see until you got right to a specific spot where the light hit him. And he took the girlfriend character, and she would try to run away. And some of the other patrons in the restaurant that were there when you walk in at the end of the tour. Yeah. And by the way, they're eating like replica human body parts in there that we were casting fingers out of gelatin so that they could eat fingers, and like they're gnawing on parts, human parts. It was disgusting, but they would grab her and they threw her over a table to a mat that was hidden behind, and the dress that she's wearing, there was a duplicate of the dress, and you hear tearing, and her dress goes flying in the air. And obviously they didn't tear it off of her, but you couldn't see her. But the people, the patrons, attacked her and were like swarming her under the table behind you, and then a couple of them turn and start coming towards the guest, and almost every single group sprinted out the house.
That's awesome.
So we did that. That was called Chef Henry's, because we had one of the guys on our crew died in a car accident that year, and his name was Henry, and had been, but prior to getting into the scenery business, had been a line cook at a restaurant.
Oh, cool.
So we named it after him, and then we had one that was St. Agatha's Torment, which was St. Agatha's, the patron saint of fire protection and firefighters, and so this was a school for young girls that had burned down, and you see this little girl running, and we cast like 5 girls that looked identical, and with makeup and the wigs and the dress, she'd like run behind something, and then the doppelganger would be on the other side of the room running. So it was like she'd run into this, like in this door, but then run out this other door. And so it was like
she's got to Scooby-Doo it.
Yeah. And the whole time there's this big monster that we used, this like skeletal monster hovering.
Yeah.
That all the hair was done out of fiber, for like fiberglass fibers that were like 3 foot long. So flowing silvery hair. It's a really cool monster. And by the end, you realize the monster was actually a demon trying to collect this girl that had killed everybody.
Oh, okay.
And so the monster was there trying to protect you and collect the girl, and the girl was there trying to trick you into doing this thing where you were going to get burned.
Yeah. And
that final room, when the girl would run out, and this blinding light hit you, and you heard, "Now it's your turn to burn," which my stepdaughter at the time, Brittany, we recorded her saying, and it was so like this echoey thing. It was so great.
Awesome.
"Now it's your turn to burn." And then this bright light hit you, and the actress would jump behind the wall, and the monster would kind of like lower up over this wall into the room that we built. There was just an operator that would pull this spring-loaded thing, and it just would kind of telescope out to you, and the shriveled body of the girl was laying across his arms, and then he would suck back into the fog. And that was the end of the house. It was so cool. And the third house we did was called Seven Deadly Sins, had no actors in it. It was a crime scene that you had a tour guide that was the investigating officer, and you were the rookies that were taken out, and you would go through the crime scene. And when you got to the final scene, which was rage, and we'd recreated all the sins, and it was great because it was like gluttony was this huge overweight guy that died on a toilet and was gutted, and all this other, like all the different sins. He gets to the end was rage.
This was after the movie, right?
Oh, 7?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, way after. But you got to the final room, and there was a guy strapped in a chair. And you realized that the police officer was the one that's giving you the tour, was the guy that killed everybody. And he was raged because he's like, this guy had killed his wife. And he ends up pulling out a fake gun and putting it up to his head. And I built a rig that had a tube in the back of the chair.
Yeah.
that it was great. It ran off a 12-volt DeWalt battery, but he would hit a foot switch as he did that, and you'd hear a loud bang, and the tube would shoot. We did like gelatin and fake blood and it would splatter all over the wall. Because he'd put it in his mouth so you didn't see an entry wound.
Yeah.
And just you put the gun in his mouth and bang, you just hear blam, and the light would flash, and like brains would splatter all over the wall behind the guy. And then he'd turn and says,
how long did it take you to reset that?
They would just like the actor in the chair.
Yeah.
His restraints weren't actually on. He just would get up, and we had a bucket and rags, and he wiped it off. We did a dry erase board that we had to replace like every 3 days because it started to get stained pink.
Yeah.
But it would just wipe off and then sit back, and it was a squirt bottle, like a little, like a ketchup bottle. Mm-hmm. They'd squirt more stuff in the tube and sit back down.
Wow.
It'd reset in 2 minutes. But that was the houses, and we lost so much money because everybody, like, we went out to UCF and we talked to people and about it, and they're like, yeah, have you heard about Halloween Horror Nights? And they're like, yeah, Universal. Or no, it was called Nights of Terror. You've heard about Nights of Terror? And he goes, yeah, Universal. He says, no, it's a whole other separate thing. He says, no, it's not. Nights of Terror. It's Universal Halloween Horror Nights, Nights of Terror. And it was like, oh, shit. Everybody thought that that our event name was the annual sub-name to Universal's thing. And we fucked ourselves.
Wow.
So, and I had come up with this whole thing about Nights of Terror. The initials are NOT. And so I wanted to push this whole thing not. So what is it? Well, it's not Universal. It's not Conga Lines. It's not this. It's this other more theatrical thing.
Nights of Terror.
And yeah, we lost our ass on it. Everybody that went raved about it.
Which house did the DJ shit his pants in?
Chef Henry's.
Chef Henry's, okay. Wow.
No, I take it back. It was in St. Agatha's.
Okay.
Yeah, when the monster came up, he's like, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and he came back and was like, I need to call my girlfriend, and she brought him up some pants and underwear.
You pooping?
Yeah.
You pooping.
But it was great. But that event, I'm surprised I've never told you that. So I just have to show you the pictures.
Well, I mean, I know the stories of the event. I don't think you've ever walked me through the houses in detail like that.
Yeah, it's turned out it was really pretty fucking crazy.
What year would that have been?
About 2005. No, it was after that.
Oh shit! You're hovering around the. Guess what? So I unpacked
6 or 7.
I unpacked a box of just glasses and cups and mugs and things. Like, I'm still unpacking random shit in my house, and I found the collector glass from Halloween Horror Nights 15.
Damn. Oh, you told me about that.
I did. Because it's one of the ones that has like the little Lost in Space Jupiter 2 fucking spinny blinky light thing at the bottom of it.
Yeah.
I hit the button. Light still works. I don't know what black magic they put into those stupid watch batteries. Haven't touched it. Still lights up. Still works.
Nice.
Halloween Horror Nights 15. What year was that?
Real close to 2000, I think.
Halloween Horror Nights.
I think they were at 36.
Tales of Terror.
Huh.
What year? Give me a year. Give me a year, Internet.
I don't know.
It had to have been around the same time, though.
Probably.
2005. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, so that about that time.
That might have been the same year. God, that would be absolutely hilarious if I have the mug from the year you got hosed.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Sorry.
I just paid off that credit card.
Guess which one I went to. 15. I think I went to Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh, yeah. I got to figure out where that is. I think it's on my external hard drive, which is like in this drawer.
Tales of Terror. Okay, yeah, we'll take it up later.
Yeah,
maybe we post something for people. That's fun though.
Yeah, George, my buddy George.
Yeah, Painter George.
Yeah,
yeah.
He was my right hand on that. I had my business partner, but like at the time. But during that he was largely working on a SeaWorld project that we had.
George did your the actual work.
He was, he led the scenic crew, the vision on a lot of that stuff, and the paint techniques, and it was crazy because we ended up like one of the things that happened was like the city, the permits would come and say, well, you got to get all the fire detection and the sprinklers, and then eventually it was like, okay, all the sprinklers are fine, especially in the restaurant. Yeah, and in Seven Deadly Sins, because it was existing. Like we didn't do much construction. It was like and we didn't put ceilings in. Yeah. But then it was like, you got to put these strobes in, and you got to do this, and you got to do that, and we were like, oh, okay, $30,000 to reconnect this. Like literally, it was like one of those things where it's like we weren't spending that much on the scenery, and we were hemorrhaging money trying to get
the
code
facility
compliance
up to date. Yeah.
And ultimately, it was like, okay, well, you're pretty close, and what we'll let you do is you have to pay for Firewatch. So we had to pay off-duty firefighters just to hang out our event. Yeah, and it was like $5,000 a night.
I've done Firewatch
for like
stuff before.
12 nights. I've done it too, but like we had to pay firefighters to be there.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a number of venues and things where it's written into the SOP. Yeah, if this thing breaks, you're just going to have to pay for a guy to sit in this chair until it's not broken anymore. Okay. We did that at remodeling my office building, and we had to have a Firewatch guy there for like a couple of days, and it was comical because he just sort of sat in the break room in a chair waiting for the building to catch on fire, and he spent most of the day sleeping. Like, what's going on over there? Oh, that's our Firewatch guy. What's he doing? Making sure we don't burn to death. Why is he asleep? I don't know. Nice. Yeah, we adhered to the letter of our responsibility.
Well, that project was bad. I mean, like, in hindsight, like scary things. Like I was like getting ringing in my ears and nosebleeds. And in hindsight, like I'm surprised I did not have a heart attack or a stroke because my blood pressure was through the roof. Like it was not a healthy time in my life.
Just overall stress.
Oh, the level of anxiety was.
Or were you building your scenery with plutonium?
No, this was stress and anxiety. Mm-hmm. It was not great, but that was like in hindsight, looking at what we did, because like even so we had partnered with a catering company, which also didn't work out. But we there was an existing retail store that was empty that had on one wall. They kind of had this facade of an old like we ended up turning into the Bayou Bar. So there was like this corrugated metal awning and a T111 siding wall, and we ended up building a bar in front of that wall and a stage in the corner, and we called it the Bayou Bar. And so the catering company that we had partnered with had a liquor license so that we could serve drinks for food and beverage and stuff out of there. And just in hindsight, thinking of how cool some of the houses were, and the response that we were getting from the people that did go, and then being hang like every night we would close down the event and then go hang out in the Bayou Bar. They were really good times, which I think is what kind of got me through it. But if I knew now, like when I'm talking about how to monetize a project and how to like, that's not just things I read a book. Like I've made these mistakes and I've learned from them, and so that was one of those things that
really stands out.
Yeah, the uncomfortable conversation. What is the most fun I ever had making the most painful life lesson I've ever learned? That was it, bar none.
Nights of Terror.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And I can laugh about it because it's been 20 years, but
yeah, holy shit.
Yeah.
Well, I think the first project I worked on that I also got to demolish was the Motor Action Stunt Show at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, I remember. I loved that show.
Got to build that stunt show, and then turned around and got to demolish it for Galaxy's Edge.
I mean, it wasn't like that was 2 years later.
It wasn't. Again, I've been building things for a long time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I like it.
Also, speaking of random things that I have participated in their being of designed and constructed, I took Maddie to Discovery Cove for her birthday.
Nice.
And
what did she think?
She freaking one, she freaking loved it. Two, the only thing I would have changed, with my itinerary is I wanted to make sure that she got through all of the experiences, and there was, it might be raining. It's Florida. It might be raining later, or she's not that old. She might crash, because you can't take a kid to a theme park for all day, and So hey, got there really early in the morning, and for the swim with the dolphin experience, we got the second, basically the second time slot of the day, and I think that was too early because she didn't really get a chance to be acclimated to, in a new water park, in a wetsuit. There's a lot of stuff.
She's
going
looking for the
on.
beach and the slides and the bouncy stuff.
No, I don't even think it was that. I think it's, first off, water with animals in it is not heated swimming pool water. It's cold. It's not 55-degree orca cold, but it is not warm water. And when you first get to Discovery Cove, it's, hey, would you like just your bathing suit and the little Discovery Cove vest, or do you want the wetsuit? And they have, I think they have full wetsuits somewhere, but it's summertime, so they had like the partial short sleeve, short pant wetsuits. Yeah, and I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna get the wetsuits. And Maddie's like, really, wetsuits? I'm like, yeah, you want the wetsuit. This is not warm water. And So we you go through the training where they explain, how everything works in the pool. The trainers get to kind of inspect everybody, and make sure you don't have jewelry or, lanyards, any of that stuff, so that, you'll be safe to interact with the animals in the animal pool. So we walked onto the pool edge, and there was a family there, and they were from like South Carolina or Tennessee, or somewhere not Florida. And we start to walk into the water, and all of them are just wearing regular bathing suits and the little vest, and they're like, "Oh my God!" And then they looked over at us, and we're sitting there in wetsuits, like, "Oh, we should have done the wetsuits." I'm like, "Yeah, this is."
You think?
This is not warm. It's like, I feel like this should have been advertised somewhere, but you want the wetsuits for the dolphin encounter. So anyway, she was still getting acclimated to the cold water. And then, she's been to SeaWorld before. She's seen dolphin shows. She's, seen the dolphins playing in the thing. But to be standing there in effectively freezing cold water, it's probably 75. Like, it's not bad.
Oh, no. I think it's... So, my ex was... Yeah. She opened that up. In fact, Brian, we met because he was a videographer there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, firefighter Brian. And so the... I want to say that water's closer to like 67.
Let's see what the internet says. Kept at a temperature around 72. 72 to 77 is the range.
Huh.
So, yeah. But when we're at home and you're like, oh, man, the swimming pool at home is at 82. That's way too cold to get in. Yeah. So when you're standing there, and it's probably closer to 72 because earlier in the day it's overcast. The pools are kind of brought down to a minimum temperature during the day, so that as they absorb heat from over the course of the day, they'll kind of get a little warmer. But early on, so it's about as cold as it's ever going to get there. And then a full size dolphin swims up next to you. I think she was just a little bit overwhelmed. So if I had the whole thing to do over again, I probably would have tried to get a dolphin experience closer to lunch. So that way it's still earlier in the day, but she is in more of a position to acclimate herself to the experience.
Sure.
But we left the dolphin encounter and went over to the tropical reef where they have stingrays swimming around and fish and, some of they look like stingray sharks. I can't remember the exact name of the large fish species, but
Yeah.
I mean, just swimming with, tropical creatures, and she absolutely loved it. Just could not have spent more time going through that experience. And then obviously,
That sounds fun.
And obviously, there's a lazy river, and the whole thing. It's an all-inclusive theme park experience. So you show up and like, oh yeah, there's the breakfast buffet and open bar, and just enjoy all of the food offerings, which I didn't get to do because I was there with a kid. Kids don't eat. Come on, we need to get food. No, I don't want any food. Oh my gosh. Look at all the desserts. Here, just have some cake. It'll be fine. Anyway, but it was really good. It was really good. The only thing that I noticed is I think they're still recovering from the freeze that happened back in February.
Oh,
just from a plant standpoint.
I'm still recovering from it too.
Oh yeah, same. I mean, from a plant standpoint, you could tell where they're like, oh, this doesn't look nearly as lush and jungly as like, oh no, that's new. That's new. That's new. That's still in the pot. Like, ooh, yeah, there's still. It'll be a while before that fully fills back in, but
oh, for sure.
But overall, yeah, Discovery Cove, freaking on point. Could not recommend that park more.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've never been as a guest. I've been in there. Well, I've never been as a day guest. I've done the TEAI APA parties.
Yeah,
and
the night events there. So I mean, you just know just how gorgeous that facility is.
Landscaping is just breathtaking, for sure. And like I would like to go, but I think it's a bit pricey for what I would get out of it.
See, I think you and Sandy would Discovery Cove very well together.
Yeah,
because it's structured like an all-inclusive resort.
I get that.
So and you two are very much of the hey, we're going to, enjoy the luxurious offerings of this experience. You're cabana people. You are pool cabana people all day long. Yeah, and this caters to the pool cabana lifestyle, plus dolphins.
All right, I get it.
But it's absolutely fantastic. And then the one of the lead creative architects for it was in town recently for meetings. So I was shooting him pictures. I've been working with this guy for like over 20 years, shooting him pictures of me and Maddie at the thing. He's like, "Oh my god, that's so cool! Like, how's it holding up? How does this look? Did you try out this thing?" And my favorite little industry Easter egg is, he's not only, like one of the lead architects of the project, he also carved the sculpture that's in the main lobby when you walk in to the grand entry building. And when I saw him, this week in meetings, I'm like, "Hey, Mike, you carved that, right?" He's like, carved it, loaded it onto a truck, drove it to Orlando, got on the little highboy reach thing, drilled the anchors into the ceiling, and hung it." Like, holy crap. Like, you literally turnkeyd that thing on the ceiling. He's like, "Yeah, how's it look?" I'm like, "Looks freaking great. Maybe a little dusty, but dude, it's it's a gorgeous, gorgeous sculpture."
That's nice.
So anyway,
how did he go from being an architect to also doing that?
He's just one of those creative guys, and we're looking for an icon sculpture and the thing. He's like, "Ooh, I got you. I can do this.
Freaking
here's my idea / by the way, I'm just going to go make it." It looks really good though. So
that's cool.
So next time anybody is visiting Discovery Cove and you walk into that main entry building, you can look up at the sculpture and say, the lead architect is the guy that carved that and drove it to Orlando
one should
and
be.
Hung it.
As one should be.
Yeah.
So you get to take Maddie on a vacation. You took her to a park, which is great, and then you get to take her to another park, which is great. My exciting thing is I'm taking.
Yeah, because I think did I mention that last week or this week? The Universal Kids Park.
You just
opening.
like 20 minutes ago.
Was it there? Yeah, but we did a double episode of one day, so I don't remember if this episode or that episode.
It was this one.
Was it this one?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay. Well, in that case, yes.
Yes. I was going to say, I'm taking Sandy to Chicago for a long weekend.
Ooh.
Here later in the month. I've got a work trip coming up, which we're going to be in LA. Still trying to confirm it, but I think I got it all locked in. We're going to record at a very special place.
Nice.
Very excited. With some at least one really cool guest, if that person can make it. So I'm working on it. But yeah, we're going to take Sandy to Chicago, and we're kind of like planning some stuff out. So this is why I'm excited. We're flying up on the 19th, Friday the 19th, but we don't get there until like midnight. But we're there all day, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday. But our flight home Tuesday is not till like 5:30. Mm-hmm. So we get there most of the day on Tuesday. On that Friday is grand opening day for the Obama Center.
Mm. Yes, I heard about that. I mean, I heard about you visiting the Obama Center. I've heard of the Obama Center.
Well, we were able to get tickets. They were the last time slot on any of the 4 days available, but we're going Monday at 2:30. We got time slots for 19, 20, 21, 20, 21st? No, 22nd. Monday the 22nd. So at 2:30 we got time slots for that, and then we're going to go to Museum of Science and Industry in the morning. So our day is like right there in that compound.
Yeah.
For like going to MSI and then the Obama Center, and then we've got plans for that evening. But
that's cool.
We're doing Sunday morning doing the architectural boat tour,
which is fantastic,
and everybody raves about it. I've been on it once. Art on the Mart, which is right there on the river as well, where they project on the wall. Do that show on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday nights. So we're going to do that on either Saturday or Sunday. But we're looking forward to it.
That's brilliant.
She said that she will go to 3 Dots and a Dash with me briefly, enough for a drink. And our hotel is pretty close to there. So we're looking forward to that. But we're doing that. And then we've got a Hawaii trip coming up for my sister's getting married.
Yeah.
I have to tell you about, because I was going to try and enlist your help for the day doing my sister's bachelorette party scavenger hunt.
Oh, okay.
So we're
that could be fun.
Her and her friends, we're breaking them into 2 teams.
Wait. Is this like you want to be my scavenger hunt partner, or you need like graphic design work?
Maybe some graphic design work, but only on like 1 or 2 things. But it was going to be like I might need somebody to help facilitate some of the things, because like the 2 teams, you go in different directions, so you're not at the same venue. And like one of them is you have to go to the ale house.
Okay. You
go to the ale house. When you're there, you have 25 questions. While you're there, you get asked 25 questions. You have to get 13 of them right. You keep answering them until every right one, you get a playing card of one of the suits. So you get a 2 of diamonds, a 3 of diamonds, and everything else. So when you get 13 of them right, you get 13, and there's 2 teams, so you get 13 cards. The idea is that throughout the day you earn cards, and then you have a deck of cards. But the other thing is
each team ends up with a deck, 2 decks.
No,
okay.
Because
so it's one solid deck.
One solid deck between the 2 teams.
Okay.
But like you go to one of the stops is at a bowling alley. And when you do the challenge, one team gets a lock, one team gets a key. At Ale House, the challenge, in addition to the cards, the challenge is, or at one of the places you get a salt and pepper shakers. And then there's a metaphor behind everything where like salt and pepper are 2 different seasonings that go well together. And there's 2, so it's like how different things go together. So at the end, all of the different things you collect during the day, there's a like everybody will end up back here for a kind of a gathering party hangout after the scavenger hunt, where you tally up the scores, because there's bonus social challenges. Like you have to find a couple who's been married 30 years and have them write a piece of advice on one of the cards. So there's all of these different things that you have to do throughout the day. Get a video of somebody, get a video of a stranger pretending to to recreate a wedding ceremony. Like there's all these different things that I've put together.
Okay.
So I need a team leader for the other team to help coordinate all the different challenges throughout the 5 stops that they make.
Okay, so they basically go to each one of the stops and make sure that everything is facilitated correctly at the stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then between all the things that you do and gather, all of the props that I purchase and gather and put together, I will also get a shadow box. So at the end, there are 2 things that happen. You get back and you talk about all the things and you compare them, and then you put them in the shadow box, and then they've got a shadow box to remember this bachelorette scavenger hunt.
Huh.
And one of the challenges is at one of the stops, you fill out these cards that are questions about where do you think they'll go on their first anniversary? Where do you think that they'll do, like different things about predicting the future, that they will open up that time capsule on their first anniversary and compare what their friends thought of things that will happen in the first year of their marriage. Wow. I've put a little bit of time and I've worked on about 2 months.
You creative people just operate differently.
Yeah. So it's all of these different things that will come together.
Do you need me to make a spreadsheet?
It wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt. Check this box. Do this. But yeah, so that's the scavenger hunt bachelorette party that I'm putting together for my sister.
And on your first anniversary, you will update your Microsoft user agreement.
No. Anyway, pretty cool, right?
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
Yeah. I like it.
That's pretty badass. Nice.
That's it's coming up at the end of June. But we do that. We got the weddings in Hawaii, and Sandy and I are celebrating our 10th anniversary. So we're going a little bit early.
Is that aluminum? What is that?
I think it's
feels aluminum-y?
The brown.
The brown?
Yeah.
That's just it?
No, it's not that. I haven't looked it up.
Go 10. Yeah, aluminum and tin for 10. Look at that. First is gold, 8th is bronze.
I'm going to go with aluminum, not tin, because there's some cool aluminum shit you can. Anyway, we're doing that, and then we're starting to plan out. We're starting to plan out her 50th birthday weekend in Vegas.
Ooh.
We're going to. We've got tickets to Absinthe and to see Wizard of Oz at the Sphere.
Oh God, I want to see Wizard so bad.
Oh, and we have a cabana. Speaking of cabana days, we have a cabana at the pool at the Cosmo for a whole day.
Nice.
It's kind of expensive, but
really a Vegas cabana expensive? I would not have guessed.
Here's the thing, though. In like 100% of what you pay goes towards a minimum spend. So your drink, your food. Like
okay, well that's not terrible.
I mean, plus taxes and tips. There's automatically a tip built in everything else, but there's like
okay, that's not awful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially because like as expensive as drinks are for 4 people, you're gonna rack up a tab.
I mean, fuck, you and I in Vegas could rack up a tab.
Yeah. Oh, Piero's. We're going to Piero's the day we fly in the morning, but that first night is the birthday dinner, which is at Piero's.
Nice.
So starting to get all that stuff planned.
Super
which is fun
cool.
because her and I haven't had like vacation in years, and we're doing 2 mini ones and a solid one over the next 4 months.
Yeah, that's super cool. That's super cool. Get out of the house.
Yeah.
Go do something.
We need it for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I want to say. I don't want to talk anymore.
That's fine. It's been a day.
It has. It's been a lot of them. Anyway, we'll start out by thanking Dave Martin.
DemoDavePro.com.
You thought something broke. It didn't. He was just taking a long time. He was just being a jerk.
It's funny because it's funny.
Yeah. It's funny to us. And you're like tapping on the side of your, why isn't it playing? I didn't hit pause. Anyway, check us out our website, rumandnerdy.com. That's rumandnerdy.com.
Socials at rumandnerdy, most platforms.
And you can email us, show@rumandnerdy.com.
Today.
Today.
I don't know. You gave it like the Empire cadence.
I was trying to do a cadence for each word.
588-2300 Empire.
I was trying to do a cadence, so I made sure I said every single word, because last episode we weren't sure, and we had no ability to go back and listen to it and figure out if I did or didn't, because that once you record it, you never hear it again.
No, that's it. It just falls into the void.
Cricket. Anyway, that's all the things. Look forward to next episode and all the surprises that it will bring.
This is, I think, the most LBE we've had in an episode in a long time.
Yeah. For shizzle. Anyway, thanks, everybody.
Stay nerdy, my friends.
Come on, oh, baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, oh, baby, don't you wanna go back to that same old place, sweet home, Chicago? Come on. Come on, baby, don't you make me lay high. Baby, don't you wanna go back to that same old place, sweet home, Chicago?
We would like to begin pre-boarding with our first-class passengers. First-class passengers only, please. Next, our business class passengers may now board. Okay, now we would like to welcome our Regal Alliance Elite members. Regal Alliance Elite members. Okay, now all passengers with children. Okay. Anyone with small children, you may board now. Okay, we would like to continue boarding with uniformed military personnel.
What? Why gets... This is... Thank you for your service. Thank you so much for your service. God bless you.
Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. All right, people in wheelchairs. Any priests, nuns, rabbis, imams?
What? Why do they get special treatment?
Assalamu alaikum.